Welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I do not own the rights to this music. It's actually on YouTube and it is Tim James. It's just some smooth instrumental music that I found on YouTube. It's called Nature's Heart by Tim James. So, I'm Lorraine Guyton. Again, welcome back. And if I forget to tell you at the end, I'm going to tell you at the beginning. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm just here today because I felt like I needed to just come in and talk to y'all a little bit. You know, I had been, studying and thinking about some things, and I wasn't going to come back until I got the right lighting, the right background, the right stand. But I keep hearing this, like, you don't have to wait till you believe everything is right. If you wait until you believe everything is right, you may run out of time. Because life is precious and tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. I was on the road today for a little bit and I saw a horrific accident. I'm sure it was a fatality because they were holding up sheets around the body of someone that evidently was on a motorcycle. Or maybe more than one motorcycle was involved. I know a couple of cars, a couple of vans or whatever was involved on the highway. And so that just kind of touched me again because I ache for people that have to get that phone call, or for anybody that has ever gotten that phone call that their loved one won't be home ever again. So I just wanted to come here and talk a little bit about, not waiting again, because I really literally was waiting till my ring light came and all those other things that I had ordered, but I can't do that because it's my time. I'm taking a leap. I'm jumping, I'm trying to reach and maintain, and part of my reaching and maintaining is being consistent with what I'm doing and where I'm trying to go, and because if I stop, then I'm not reaching. I may be maintaining in the area that I'm already at, but I'm not reaching. It's sort of like getting someplace and dropping down an anchor, and that anchor that place isn't the right place, or that place may be a little bit further than where you came from, like coming off the dock, and going out into the ocean, and you anchor and you see about what's biting there. Is there any fish there? There's no fish there, so you move out a little further and you drop that anchor. Dropping an anchor doesn't mean staying stuck. So I'm saying that to people that may get someplace and they reach and then they just stay there where they have gotten to. Maybe you're satisfied with that, but I'm not a person that would be satisfied with something like that because I'm aware that the God of my understanding has something greater for me. He keeps telling me that. He keeps showing me the way and keeps saying, go ahead, girl. It's time for you to do what you got to do. My daughter used to say when she was 5 years old, she said, Mommy, a girl got to do what a girl got to do until a girl ain't got to do it no more. Okay, so that's where I'm at right now, in the process of doing what I have to do until I no longer have to do it anymore. I just got a little distraction. My favorite granddaughter, she's standing there, but
granddaughter?
I'm her only, she's my only granddaughter, as she put it. See you. See ya. Okay, so that's what I'm attempting to do at this point in time. You know, doing what I need to do until I no longer have to do it anymore. You know, I know that God has my back, and God keeps pointing me or showing me the way and leading me in a certain direction. And it's really on me, you know, to act like I know and follow the lead, you know, and the leads be so obvious. You know, it's not like it's something that's not obvious. When it's not obvious, then there's an issue, you know, then I'm confused. Then I you know, get stuck. You know, I don't continue to reach. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. You know, I heard somebody say, like I told y'all, I listen and I pass on information as I hear it. If it sounds good and it sounds like it can help me, maybe it can help you. You know, and that one thing is like that is, it's very important for me to continue to do what I have to do without you know, stopping. You know, whether I'm fully prepared or whether I'm partially prepared or whether I'm not prepared at all. You know, because I'm learning as the days go on, each and every day. I learn something new. You know, I have to keep what's important to me important. You know, like what I heard, and I've heard it before. It says, the most important thing, dig this, is to keep the most important thing, the most important thing. And so what's most important for me right now is to continue to grow and progress in my journey to where I'm going and where I'm supposed to be. I only think I know where I'm supposed to be, but guess what? What I think and what I foresee is just a fleeting glimpse of what God's plan is for me. You understand? And I'm aware of that. You know, sometimes I forget, sometimes I get lax, sometimes I just sit back. I make mistakes. I make big mistakes sometimes, but still in the back of my mind, I know that I'm not in charge of this thing and that God has a greater plan for me. And all of my mistakes, and all of my failures are just opportunities for learning. You know, I learned some things, you know, through everything. It's nothing bad in my book anymore. You know, everything that happens for me, to me, and about me happens for a reason. And if you can look at yourself and say the same thing, you know, then you can see the other side of what you thought was the most horrible, worst thing, you know, or whatever. You know, maybe not some things because I don't understand. I could never get past, or I could get past because I watch other people get past losing a loved one, losing a child. You understand what I'm saying? I watch people do it, so I take it from you, those that have lost children here lately. You know what I mean? I take it from you that yes, I will survive. I can survive it. You understand? Do I want to experience it? No. Will it seem like the worst thing that could happen to me in my life? Yes, it probably would. You understand? But I know that, you know, if I continue to watch people, you know, if I continue to learn from people, the things that I need to know, the things that I want to know, the things that I don't even want to know, but will come in handy one day. You understand? I know that I can get further. I know that I can look at things and find that I can find a lesson in everything. Everything doesn't have to be, for me, things aren't just happen. It doesn't just happen. You know, I didn't go to school just to be going to school. I learned something from it. Excuse me, y'all. I need my cocktail. And for those of y'all that's curious as to what I'm drinking, this would be it. Okay? No, I do not drink. I do not smoke. I do not smoke cigarettes. I do not smoke anything. You know, sometimes you'll see me, my eyes be all bloodshot red. That's my sinuses, my allergies. you know. But as I was saying, I didn't go to school just to go to school. I didn't take classes just to take classes. You know, I took classes for a reason. There's something that I needed to learn. Not only was there something that I needed to learn, there was somebody that I needed to meet. There was somebody that I needed to cross paths with. You understand? That's how I believe. There's somebody I needed to cross paths with. You know what I mean? Even if I felt like, okay, I might have got a darn D in that class. I know that seems far-fetched for some of y'all scholars out there or whatever, but I got some D's at some point in time in one school or the other. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it was not a waste of time because I met somebody or I said a word to somebody that might have helped somebody on any given day, or I learned something, you know, that may not have even had anything to do with the class. You know what I mean? So I don't believe in failures. I do not believe in failures. You know, nowadays I go to God. I go to God. I've always went to God though. Let me not minimize that. In my own way, I've always went to God, you know, because I come from that kind of I come from a praying family. And I've always believed I had this conscious contact with God. Even before I got into this anonymous program that talks about having a conscious contact with God. I always believed I had a conscious contact with God. I always believed that God heard me. Okay, I've had times where I've gotten mad that he didn't answer me the way I wanted him to answer me, but he answered me. And that's what I'm aware of. You know, I believe that nowadays people get it confused. When they say take it to G, they be taking it to Google. That's the wrong G. Take it to God. You know, take it to God. Listen for the answers. You know, you talk about something, you know, they say you have not because you ask not. But you ask and you will receive. I don't know if it's going to be what you want. You know, I remember there has been times whereas, I don't know why I keep rubbing this forehead, it's going to shine. But there has been times when I've asked for something and then had to pray for that something's removal or that person's removal, you know. And you can sit out there and act like you ain't never done it, you know, but it doesn't really matter because I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me, and maybe me might be something like somebody else, and maybe me and mine might be able to help somebody else. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is, you know, and that's what it's all about today. Trying to help each other. You know, I don't want to stay stuck in a place, you know, that I know I don't belong in, that I'm greater than. You know, I am unique. My DNA says that I'm unique. Okay? And I don't have a problem. It doesn't mean that I'm, what's the word? It doesn't mean that I'm conceited or anything. I just don't suffer today from low self-esteem. I do not suffer from low self-esteem. You know what I mean? Yes, I believe I'm cute. You might be able to say that girl got a big head, she bald head, she got them big old poppy eyes and all that kind of stuff. But I believe that I'm beautiful. You know, and you can't take that, or nobody can take that away from me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to walk around and walk with my head held down. You know, some days I feel sad, and some days I don't want to be like bothered with anybody. Some days I really just don't want to be bothered with anybody. Some days I just want to study. You know, and it doesn't mean like book study all the time. It means, well, I do listen to a lot of books. I listen to a lot of books because that's what's easier for me. I love my Audible books. You know what I mean? I love them. You know, but some days it may just be quiet. You know, and listen for the answers that may come from the least place you expect it to come from. It may be just a word you heard on television or something that somebody might say in passing that you knew it was meant for you to hear. You knew it was meant for you to hear. You know, I am, basically going, just free flowing. But there is some things that I jotted down. When I hear some good stuff, like I said, through my Audible books and through the meditation, motivational, inspirational stuff that I listen to from a lot of different people on YouTube. You can find a lot of good motivational things on YouTube. If you look for it, if you look for motivational speeches and everything, you be like I be in front of the TV. Yes. Sometimes I just be like, yes. I'll be in the room by myself talking about, yes. I needed to hear that right then and right there. You know what I mean? So one thing it is, right, that what I'm trying to do is change my mind. Okay, my mind has me on any given day set in a place where I'm not comfortable. So one thing I'm trying to do is change my mind. And one thing that I jotted down that I heard somebody say is you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created the problem. So you have to change your mind. You know who said that? Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein. Believe it or not, Albert Einstein. You can't solve a problem with the same mind that created the problem. Whew. I'm going to say that again. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind, or we'll say mindset, that created the problem. Albert Einstein. And that's where I'm at. And that all goes back to trying not to stay stuck thinking one way, thinking this is what's going to get me there. That's what's going to get me there. I have to come up, and sometimes I have to just let go of those thoughts, let go of that thinking, let go of people, let go of, thinking it didn't work this time, it didn't work this time, it didn't work that time, maybe I'll do it again. Maybe I need to change my mind. Maybe I need to change my thinking on that behalf. You know what I mean? And then maybe I can solve the problem. So I've been changing my mind. I've been getting further. I have been learning some stuff. I'm rubbing not because of the shine, but because it's a bit hot in here. Okay, one of my BFFs told me to stop rubbing, stop putting your hands in your face. But I'm not just putting it there. It's hot in here, But this is my space for now. This is what I have to work with. I'm not going to just keep on waiting until everything is perfect. I can't wait till everything is perfect. If I wait till everything is perfect, I'll never get anything done because things will probably never be perfect. Okay? So, okay. Right now, good way of closing, right? Treat yourself as if you already were what you like to become. Treat yourself as if you already were what you like to become. Treat yourself as though you already were what you like to become. Okay? So if you feel like you want to go out and buy some extravagant gifts for yourself, do it. If you got it like that, do it. You feel like you want to take a nice trip, do it. Life isn't promised to anybody. That is such a true phrase that so true. Like it's been so many lives lost in this week, last week, and the last couple of weeks alone. And and I want to say, send my deepest heartfelt condolences out to those that lost loved ones, those that are grieving right now. Hold on with everything that you have. Hold on. Take it to God. All right. Talk to God. Cry Call somebody that you know is not going to be telling you they're tired of hearing it. Or somebody that's going to tell you how long you should grieve. You know, people can't judge how long another person should be grieving. People cannot be telling you, stop crying, don't cry. Okay? It's a personal thing. It's personal. Okay? And if you grieve for a long time, that's your personal business. But at the same time, think about, and I want to say this very carefully, I'm not going to just spit nothing out. Think about the good times that you shared with that person you may have lost. Think about what they may have left behind, children. Think about times that they made you laugh, okay? Think about the fact that if they saw you grieving, they wouldn't like it. And if you believe anything like I believe in angels. I believe that people watch over other people. They become angels and they watch over people. That's just my belief, you know. And like in school, they said any answer that's answered in my opinion could never be a wrong answer because it's your opinion. So that's my opinion, you know, that we have angels. We have angels, and angels watch over us, you know, and that you just can't go wrong. But I'm asking people to help me and help me to help you. Okay? So please like, share, and subscribe. And I will come back on another day and I'll try to share some more of what I'm learning and more of what I already know, and you know, get some shout outs to certain people, you know, like I was talking about good people. Good people should have good things happen to them, because when it does, they do good things in the world. You know, a couple of people I forgot to shout out the other day. You know, one was my buddy Jason. If you have any plumbing or heating issues, Jason Porter is the one to call about that. Jason knows his stuff. That's my buddy, okay? I keep wanting to shout out Kizzy, aka Patricia McGlawn. She does the designing, clothes designing, but she doesn't like to be shouted out, but I shout her out anyway. You know, and anyway, she doesn't look for no kudos, you know, for the things that she do and the things that she make, but she be keeping her sister looking good when I go out, you know what I mean? But that's about it, y'all. I'm not going to talk anymore. This is a little long. It's 23 minutes, and I haven't learned how to cut it down or anything to make it good for YouTube. So I'm just going for what I know right now, you know. But again, I'm going to say, reach and maintain. Reach again and maintain. Reach again and maintain. Okay? And remember, if you don't remember anything else, life is precious. Get the most out of it. Day by day. Thank you. Like and subscribe.